While Democrats are largely expected to follow Joe Biden's lead and support Kamala Harris to avoid uncertainty less than a month before the Democratic convention, there are risks. Public opinion surveys indicate that Harris's approval ratings are nearly as low as Biden's.
Well, I think, first of all, let's be clear. Although Vice President Harris is the logical choice to move to the top of the ticket and has President Biden's enthusiastic endorsement, has been endorsed by a number of Democrats already, including former President Clinton, among others. It's still unclear what will happen. And ultimately now the pledged delegates will have to cast their votes that now that President Biden is not running. After, if this goes beyond a first ballot, then the so-called, well, previously known as the super delegates, with some 700 of them, would have a voice as well. So by no means is the party has not, it's not clear at this point that Vice President Harris will be the nominee. I think the question for Vice President Harris is not whether can a woman win the presidency, it's can Vice President Harris win. And there have been, her approval ratings have not been great in office. She has had some major electoral successes throughout, a very rapid ascent from Attorney General of California to senator to vice presidential candidate to vice president. Remember, in the 2020 presidential campaign, she suspended her campaign before the nominating contest began due to issues with funding and popular support. Her approval ratings as vice president are not great. In fact, in kind of the current polling, the matchups against former President Trump, she's faring only kind of marginally better than President Biden. However, Vice President Harris, I think, having served in office, having run a presidential campaign before, is well positioned to pivot and to mount in this limited time. It's really probably the Democrat with the only Democrat with the visibility to mount a strong campaign in this time, less than 4 months before Election Day.